In this video, you will learn how to create a card drag and drop system. At the end, you will have draggable cards and different drop areas where you can drop your cards. Let's go! Let's create a card first. For the card, we create a new game object and add a sprite renderer to it. Then we will also need a collider so that we can detect our clicks. We pick the 2D box collider and scale it to the right size. We also create a card script and add it to the card game object. In our card script, we have two private variables, a reference to the collider and the vector3d start drag position, which will store the position of the card where it was before we started to drag it. In the start method, we get the collider. Then we have three methods that will handle drag and drop behavior. The onMouseDown method, which is called by Unity when you hold the mouse button down over the object. The onMouseDrag method, which is called when you drag this object. And the onMouseUp method, which is called when you release this object. With those three methods, we can control what happens in the three stages of our drag. So when we start the drag, we want to store our card's current position. We do this so that we can return our card to this position later when it is not dropped in a drop area. We also set the card's position to the mouse position. For this, we have another short method here. The getMousePosition in world_space method converts the position of our mouse in screen space to the world space and sets the z-axis to 0. Then, in our onMouseDrag method, we just update the card's position to move together with our mouse. In the onMouseUp method, we have to check if the card was released over a drop area and then pass the card to the drop area so that the drop area can handle the rest. To continue at this point, we have to create the drop area script first. We will use an interface for this. We create the iCardDropArea interface and it will have the method onCardDrop with the card as a parameter. We will have two implementations of this interface later, but at the moment this is enough to continue with our card script. For our card, it is not important what the drop area will do with the card. We first disable the collider. Otherwise, we will just find the card itself with the overlapPoint method. The overlapPoint method takes a position in the world and checks if there is a collider at this position. If there is a collider, it will return it. We then can enable the collider of our card again. Next, we check if a collider was found, and if there is a collider, if this collider has an iCardDrop component attached. If the check is successful, we just call the cardDropAreas onCardDrop method. If not, we return the card to its old position. At this point, you also cannot return the card to its old position. That way, it would stay at the position where you have dropped it. That's it for the card script. We now just have to implement our card drop area. For this, we create a game object that will represent our card drop area. We give it a sprite, a collider, and a new script. Let's call it leftCardDropArea. We will do the same with another card drop area, but we will give it the script rightCardDropArea. This way I can show you how easy it is to implement different behaviors on the card drop areas. In the script of the left area, we implement the iCardDropArea interface and just set the dropped card's position to the middle of the drop area when it is dropped. We can also debug log card dropped here. In the right area script, we also implement the interface, but in this case we destroy our card and then instantiate another game object in the center of the drop area. I have prepared another prefab for this. You can see how easy it is to change the behavior of those areas. So now you have a simple drag and drop system with different drop areas. When I drag the card and drop it somewhere on the screen, it will return to our old position. When we drop it on the left area, it will stay there in the center of the left area. Then, if we drag it to the right area, it will get destroyed and a new object is instantiated at this position. I hope this video was helpful and I would really appreciate a sub. It helps me a lot. Thank you for watching and see you next time.